everyone. So in this video we are going to learn about all the things that you require to start your watercolors. Now in this video you'll also learn what are the things that you need, what are the things that you should avoid, and why specifically you need the things that I mentioned today. So we'll start with there are basically 3-4 things that you require. They are a must-haves. The very first thing that you require, without which you just cannot start your watercolor, is this: artist watercolors. Camel artist watercolors are the only watercolors that you can use to start your watercolors. No other colors, be it in the form of tube, be it poster colors, be it fabric colors, be it any form of cake colors, nothing will work except these, because these are the proper watercolors. Watercolors, by the name itself, says that some color that should mix very much properly with water. So when you do watercolors, you need a lot of water. You have to work with a lot of water, and for that you need these. So these are the only watercolors, artist watercolors. These are the only watercolors that will work for you. Now this comes in tube form, so you have to buy it in tube form. I have a box of 12 shades. I think you also get it for 24 shades, but you don't need that. At beginners level especially, you don't need that. So it comes ऐसा box में, and the packaging might differ. It might come in a blue box also, but usually now they have changed the packaging, so usually you will get this one. So the name is Camel Artist Watercolors, 12 shades. No other alternative. No other alternative. Okay, without this you cannot start the class, so no compromise with this. The next thing that you require is a paint palette. Now you can use, if you don't have a paint palette, you can make your thermocol sheet papers or your paper plates as a paint palette. You can use them for say 1 or 2 days, but you need a painting palette, because in the painting palette, since it is like this, in this you can actually mix your colors with the water. So for that you need a proper painting palette. Now I just told you that in this you have 12 shades. Apart from 12 shades, you also do mixing and stroking, etc. So for that also you need to have space. You need to have space in your palette to mix and match your colors. So for that you need at least 18 compartments. Actually you get 12 compartments, then you get 18 compartments, you get smaller compartments. So minimum you need 12 to 18 compartments of paint palette, so that you can take out all your 12 shades, all these 12 shades except white. We don't work with white, we don't require white. So basically 11 shades. For taking out your 11 shades you need 11 compartments, and apart from that you need more compartments so that you can mix and match. Like in this palette, this is very dirty, everything is dried up, so ignore that. But if you see, these are all the shades and these are all the palettes where I did all the mixing. So you need these compartments to do your mixing. That is why you need at least 12 to 18 compartments. This is a new one, so it's not that dirty. यहाँ पे I have only taken out the paints. Okay, so you need 18 compartments का palette. Okay, now if you don't have a palette, you can obviously buy a palette which is of 18 compartments, or if you already have a palette which is smaller, so you can either buy another small palette so that you have all your compartments, or instead of using two different palettes, you can just buy a new palette of 18 compartments. That's up to you. Okay, so that is the second essential thing that you need, which is a palette. Now the third thing that you need, very small thing that you need, is a cloth to wipe your brushes when it's over wet, and a cloth, and you need a container kind of a thing. I use a plastic glass. You can use a bowl or a mug or a cup, anything, but try to avoid things which are made of glass, because you have the tendency to break it. Gir gaya to it will break. So that is why I use plastic. You can use any. So that is another 2 things that you need. Apart from that, you need paint brushes. Of course, without paint brushes you cannot paint. Now if you already have a paintbrush, and if you are a beginner, I wouldn't suggest you to buy paint brushes. If you already have a paintbrush of this kind, okay, ऐसा bristles of this kind, or of this kind, or of any kind which is a bit thick and your paint comes on it properly, then for the time being I don't think as a beginner you need to buy. You work with the paints, you learn the swatches of different paints, and then you can buy the, or you can purchase the paint brushes. Now when you're purchasing the paintbrush, don't purchase like this. Like when I bought, these were of the same set and these were of the same set, okay. There are a few more. There are total, I think they'll give you 6 to 8 shades starting from the number 0. So now every paintbrush has a number. Like this paintbrush has the number 0. Okay, this paintbrush has the number 0. On the body you will find the number written. So you have to have a 0 paintbrush when you are aiming for perfect pictures where you can do stroking, etc. And you have to have a 12 number paintbrush when you're learning to swatch, etc. so that your work happens faster. Besides, you get number 2, number 4, number 6. So these are the paintbrushes that you usually get. Now the why I am telling you to buy a entire set is because your paintbrushes will be of the perfect size and they will not disrupt, or they will not mix match with the others. For example, if you buy local paintbrushes, the number might be 2, but the paintbrush bristle, like suppose this is 12. Now if you buy a local paintbrush, the number might be 12, but the bristles might be thinner or slimmer or not this good. So that varies. That is why, to avoid all that, buy a proper set where you can have everything. And this is the kind of bristles you usually get. Usually what happens, it's all packed, so just like this flat, and then when you dip it on water it goes like this. The bristles, mine is golden, yours can be black, brown, whatever. Okay, my company that I use is Dayal. So I use Dayal paintbrushes, and I think you should also go for those only. These weren't that good, so but these are also Dayal, but these are the local ones. This is not the proper Dayal, they just make it and print Dayal. Okay, so go for the proper set if you are looking to have a perfect picture. Like I will just show you a sample, okay, so that you can understand what I mean by a perfect picture. Like something like this, where you see all the strokings. So for all these strokings, for all these dramatic things, you need to have a proper 0 size or a 1 size paintbrush. Now for this, you see the wall coverage is too much. So for this, you need to have a bigger brush, say of 12 number size, so that you can paint faster. And if you see these details, so for all the detailings, you need different kind of brushes. So that is why you need different variety of brushes. And to create this picture, you definitely need brushes. You definitely need the paint that I showed. And palette also, you can use any company palette. I use Dayal palette. You can use any other company. You obviously need water and cloth, everything that I showed you. So those were the main important things. Now if you don't use the paint that I showed you, you will not get the result like this. You will not be able to shade your picture, and you will not be able to get this smooth finish. Okay, you will not be able to get this smooth finish. Then your picture will be very hazy and there will be marks all over. So that will not be a good picture. Now obviously I will not say that if you start painting or if you start the class, you will be able to paint this picture in just 1 week or 2 weeks. That is not possible. But yeah, with practice you definitely can. See, if you don't use the paint that I told you, the picture will be something like this. There will be marks. It will not be precise. There will be mix up, match up, everything, and it will not be good. You can see the difference yourself. Okay? This is one, and this is one. So you can see the difference yourself. So that is why you need the essential things that I told you, and the most important is the paint that I told you. So these were the main things. Now the other thing that you need is a good quality thick paper. If you do my classes, I'm going to provide you the PDFs of the pictures that you can print it, or you can also draw it. If you're drawing it, draw it in a thick paper, or if you are printing it, print it in a thick paper. Now for drawing, you can use this size paper also, you can use this size paper also, depending upon how you like your drawing, whether you want it to be big and nice or whether you want it to be small. So I use this book. Actually, this was one book given by the school. You have to see the quality of the paper before you buy. Small book if you are buying, you have to see the quality of the paper before you buy, because they usually give A4 size paper and the paper crumbles. Since this is watercolor, the paper crumbles when you use a lot of water. So I would suggest all of you to buy this size A3 size Oxford book. Okay, they will definitely give you the required amount of paper, the required thickness, and I think this retails for 65 rupees, and the pages that are given to you is 64. Okay, and the drawing book is number 7, and the company is Oxford. You also get it in Camlin, so you can use any. The point is, use this size so that you will be assured of the paper quality. You will be assured of the paper quality. So those are the things that are required before you start. You can use a board if you want to just keep your thing like this and get a hard surface. If you don't want, you cannot, you may not. So I told you everything. I told you paint brushes, paints, palette, a water container, cloth, and obviously a thick paper. I'll quickly show you a few samples so that you will be satisfied. This I showed you. If you don't use the proper paints, this is going to be the result, which is not good. Okay, this is one I showed you already. Then here, this is one where you see all the detailings done. Okay, you have to play with the colors. See, you will say, ma'am, we never use orange for say grass. So you have to play with the colors. Where the sun is rising, the leaves are bright. When the sun is when there is sunset, the leaves are more dull. So all those concepts you will learn with time. Then you see this. Okay, so these are a few samples that I could show. I will have to look for more. Okay, see, here I played with colors, stroking with different shades, different colors. Here I stroked with a different color. Here I gave a different look. So you have to play with the colors, and that you will learn with time. And in watercolors, you cannot use an eraser obviously, or you cannot change the color once it's done. All you can do is use water or use a different color to give an effect. So this is what I did. My color had smudged, so I used it as an effect. So everything you will learn once you join the class. And how you join the class is, you can reach out to the Fundu support team and they will guide you in joining the class. Okay, this is one more sample. So these are a few samples. This is the famous Mickey Mouse. So these are a few samples, and those were the essential things. I hope you are clear with it. And if you have any doubts or anything as such, you can always reach out to the Fundu support team. Thank you.